All right. Good afternoon. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. Shots fired. Shots fired, man. Near one of Trump's golfing places near his vicinity. Now, I heard this and I thought it was, I was thinking it's unrelated at first, but now they're saying that Secret Service agents had a fire at this person. And there's reports that this person had an AK-47. Trump taken to safety after Secret Service opens fire on man with possible gun at his Palm Beach golf club. Donald Trump was taken to safety by the Secret Service after agents opened fire on a man who was spotted with what may have been a gun while the former president was on the links. Sources said the Secret Service spotted a suspicious individual on the Trump International Golf Course, West Palm Beach, which I believe that's Florida, and opened fire when agents saw what appeared to be the barrel of a gun. It's not clear whether the man was on the course or near it. A lot of the reports are saying that this person was within the vicinity, and an agent opened fire, shooting multiple times. The man was later arrested. President Trump is safe now. It comes almost exactly 2 months after Thomas Matthew Crooks, which I think it was Cinema that pointed this out, which was really interesting, that you don't hear nothing about the background of this guy, really, much of his childhood. There's not much on all the other shooters. You hear that, like, some of the stuff that's been going on. This guy, you haven't really heard much, I don't think. Thomas Matthew Crooks. So this is a really, really crazy situation. Was this another attempted assassination? What is going on? Multiple shots were reportedly fired Sunday near Trump National Golf Club in West Palm Beach, Florida, where former President Donald Trump was golfing. And they're saying also, this is for later. Oh, we're gonna get to this too. Where's Colin Rugg? Oh, here it is. Donald Trump was the intended target. Donald Trump was the intended target of the shots fired at the Trump International Golf Club, according to CNN. I'm surprised CNN's saying that. I'm surprised. What's been going on? They hold a decent debate. They did a good job with Trump and Biden. I'm surprised, and now they're actually reporting this. Okay, and there's a press conference coming. Oh, press conference coming up. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Gunshots in Trump vicinity. Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office press conference. So we got a press conference coming up. I have some other stuff I wanted to show you. I just want to jump on to cover this breaking news. Breaking news, right? Let me just share it on the community post on my main channel. See if we get some more people in here. Create post. Press conference about to happen. It's believed the shots fired were for Trump, were intended for Trump. Okay, there we go. Just posted it there. So yeah, let me see if I can actually find that video clip, because Dom posted the actual clip from CNN. Let me see if I can get that real quick. Let's get the video clip. I got it right here. Let's check it out.
And in the area of the shooting, sources say they recovered a backpack and a semi-automatic rifle. It was described as an AK-47 in the preliminary reporting, and a GoPro camera. The last piece is very interesting because it suggests, if there was such a camera there, that this individual may have wanted to record himself in a first person doing this shooting. So a lot of questions to be answered. Is the suspect, they have the right person? Is that the right car? The weapon that they have has to be processed for evidence and ballistics. If there's video on that camera, if in fact it was recovered as we are told, what will that tell them? But that is what we are seeing right now in the area of
crazy.
conversation, but we do see this podium right now.
About to be a press conference
in Florida as Secret Service.
You guys can hit the like button. Help me out, please. I'm going to share this out.
Sheriff's Office is investigating a protective incident involving the former President Donald Trump that occurred before 2 p.m. We'll see who steps to this podium. You can see microphones there in Florida. What could come for this? I also want to put up this statement from the Secret Service just to kind of recap what we do know. In conjunction, as you said, it happened just before 2 o'clock. The president is safe. The former president is safe. They'll have more information right there. But we do see this podium up, and this is coming very, very quickly since this incident occurred. Maybe what information do you hope to learn from what's potentially to come in a matter of moments from that press conference?
Yeah, well, so we know from before that it is important that the public be made aware. So the job of government is always to build faith with the community, and then trust and faith ultimately gets eroded when there are these pockets or of pieces of information that should be going out or are not going out. So I can see from this, they're probably taking a lesson from that. And so they want to come and reiterate not only through social media, but now putting a face to.
Okay, so we're waiting for the press conference. This is wild. This is wild, man. Another attempt. Live feeds of Palm Beach, Florida. Let's see. Is there any other live feeds? If you guys have a link, send it to me. I just got on this right now. I was going to send an email. I guess I don't know. Let me see what else I can find. Got the press conference. Thank you, Jordan, for tagging me on that. Everybody's waiting on the press conference. I wanted to share this clip too. This was really interesting and kind of like, I don't know. I've been collecting little things that I see from when we come back on the political channel, and I thought this was kind of interesting, a little telling. There's this clip here. Here it is.
Wiretapped and spied. So Donald Trump is the first president to be wiretapped and spied on. He's the first president to be impeached twice and acquitted twice. He's the first president to be banned and censored on social media. He's the first president to have his home raided by the FBI. He's the first president to be indicted not once, but 4 times. And he's the first citizen and former president to have a judge with no jury unilaterally decide and impose a $350 million fine in a civil case where not a single law was broken, there were 0 victims, and all loans were paid back on time. I don't know about you, but I'm supporting the guy with the most impeachments, indictments, lawsuits, and unconstitutional fines, because that's the guy they clearly fear the most. I mean, at this point, unless you live under a rock, whether you love him or whether you hate him, you have to see that this is all politically motivated. For 7 years, it's all been part of a plan to target him, make him bow, take his swag away, humble him, and to break him and his supporters down. The funny thing is, it keeps backfiring. Let me know your thoughts.
I thought that was a kind of funny, interesting. All right, so shots fired. Let me see what else they're saying here.
Familiarity with the location. It is outdoors.
Let's look this up on the Google Maps too.
It is a golf course, so it's a very wide area. But maybe the challenges of setting up security around this facility, but also maybe the ease in some of the just the familiarity for Secret Service and law enforcement at this place in West Palm Beach.
Yeah, so the Secret Service has a great, they've been doing this a long time. And so with
Trump
regards to especially here, the former president, that whenever he or a member of his family that's still under protection continues to travel about, that they are doing what they can do to spot a threat before that threat becomes an issue for the Secret Service, to be able to eliminate that threat, whether it be removing somebody that's suspicious before it becomes worse, or et cetera. So typically they like to have an advanced plan, but of course all the protectees are human beings and not everything goes according to plan. And so I've known from
we're waiting for the press conference, guys. They want this guy dead. I mean, it is so clear, whether it's anybody, like some type of establishment or just regular. The last time they attempted this on him, people were cheering. Well, cheering and upset. They're upset. Some people were upset too. Oh, they missed. No, they met people praying and wishing for death. So odd and weird. praying and wishing for his death. And I had a feeling, and I think a lot of people had the feeling that last incident was going to encourage more of these people, you know. And I feel like people like this, well, the other guy offed himself, right? Or no, he was killed by the sniper, but this person was taken into custody, and supposedly they found some type of AK-47 in the bushes. They should be given life. These people, when you're attempting to assassinate, you know, a candidate or a president or whatever, put them for life. That's it. You're never coming out again. Because you know there's something deranged with these people. So you're never going to rehabilitate and reintegrate into society. You just lock them up forever.
As much as they try to shut things down, can't always shut it completely to where nobody is around. So in this regard, he's on the golf course, probably playing golf, finishing, getting ready to get into his motorcade. And then, of course, something like this happens, and the response is exactly as it should be. Respond as if this is a serious threat against a former president until investigation shows it was not an intended threat against the president.
Yeah, no, that is
froze for some second.
For some reason. In Florida, there's so many of them, and it's hard to maybe keep.
Trump is a target. You know, they want him. They need extra Secret Service on him. I mean, this is not I don't know if it's going to stop. Ronnie on Discord says they're never going to stop until they actually kill him. I heard it was two men, and allegedly they were shooting at each other, but there were bags found with AKs. And I guess the story changed. That's what I heard too. Originally, I heard that it was like the situation between two people, you know, shooting at each other. And I'm like, okay, I guess coincidence, you know, right by Trump's place where he's actually at, and he's like golfing or whatever. I think he was leaving. But then now they're saying that they believe he was the intended target. So I'm still trying to see what information we can gather. And maybe they'll have more for us in this press conference. Jordan gave me the link here. Thank you. Okay, the press conference. Okay. I guess we're waiting. Let's see what other videos they have live. Oh, this is like a live. Okay, so there's a live from the area. Let me put that on the screen too. It's kind of, you can't really see much, but I guess we'll take what we can get. Maybe this is like the intersection. It's a mobile gas station. Okay. I mean, they want this guy, and they'll do whatever it takes to take him out. Desperate. I guess all the, you know, all the legal stuff, all the stuff that they've been coming at him, and it doesn't seem like it's been enough. So now you got these people attempting to potentially kill him. Now you can't even go golf. Let me see the press conference. Okay, everybody's waiting.
I mean, you're talking easily 6,000-7,000 yards, and so just ensure that perimeter all the way around, that nobody can walk on, nobody can drive on, and you may be posting up Secret Service or local law enforcement that, hey, at this point,
red base,
you're going to post up as if it was a rally or something else, a public event, and so thereby nobody gets in. That's not allowed to go in. And so that's the way I would imagine that golf course itself, nobody is on that golf course with the exception of those who are allowed to be. And then, of course, the outside, you know, you may have a street or two that are closed, but typically it's just a matter of monitoring as opposed to distracting or shutting down traffic.
Well, that is a very good point and interesting just detail there about the perimeter, like you mentioned with the FBI, the investigative kind of wing there.
Press conference is at 4:30. Dang, that's not a good time. I wanted to run off to the farm to get some eggs. They close at 5. Press briefing. Secret Service will hold media briefing shortly. Trump was golfing. Secret Service opened fire at a suspected person with a weapon. Bro.
With a weapon while Trump was golfing. This, according to the Associated Press, Meg Kennard on our air quite frequently, but this is very, very new information. Secret Service agent opening fire at the suspected person with the weapon. So still learning very much information. Scott, I know we were just learning open firing at a suspected person with a weapon. Does that tell you anything more?
That does tell me something. So that tells me that Secret Service agent was posted somewhere on the perimeter, and that an individual
It's good, man.
who was not authorized to be there, who posed imminent danger, imminent threat.
Yeah.
So thereby, this is not something where you can watch and assess. This is something where a Secret Service agent believed at least him or herself to be in danger, if not anybody else. And so thereby, if the reporting is correct about a Secret Service agent opening fire, that there was an imminent threat of serious bodily injury, if not death, whether it be to him or herself, to somebody surrounding, or to that of the former president or his entourage. It does tell me that whoever this gunman is, that they were posing a threat to the perimeter that had been established, and that Secret Service was there, as opposed to maybe a further outer perimeter where you may have local law enforcement posting up somewhere. So it tells me a little bit more that perhaps unless the Secret Service was somewhere on an outer perimeter and happened to be seeing a crime in progress that has nothing to do with a threat, and whether it be a robbery or some other aggravated assault. But the fact that a Secret Service agent opened fire tells me that a perimeter was either going to be breached or breached.
All right, very, very interesting right there. And we don't want to speculate.
Okay, so we got
Thanks
a little more information.
So fast to come on, Mel. Love
Of
your
course.
winking face.
No problem. I could have came on faster actually, but I was doing something. I'm trying to. It's kind of. I want to do YouTube a lot. I love YouTube, but I'm also like family, trying to balance family life out and stuff. So on the weekends, trying to the baby girl and girlfriend, trying to do things. So more information though. Okay, more information. Colin Rugg, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that, Val. Let's listen right here.
Happened to go to breakfast anyway. So long story short is President Trump, they were on the fifth hole. They were about to go up to putt. And the way Steve Witkoff, now, just as a little bit of background, Arthel, I happened to go to breakfast with Steve Witkoff and another friend of mine this morning. And I was invited to play golf. They happen to be really good golfers. I don't have a lot of time to play golf, so I said thank you, but I'm not going to go out on the golf course and get killed out there. But long story short, so they were playing, they were on the fifth hole. And the way Steve described this, the way the president described it, they both had exactly the same story, which was that they heard pop, 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 pop. And Steve went into great specificity and great detail as to what happened right after. Within seconds, the Secret Service pounced on the president, covered him. You had snipers with tripods. They knew the direction where the shots had been.
Bro, I just can't imagine like the intensity. Nobody's trying to go for Biden. Nobody's trying to go for Kamala or any of these other people. They're going for Trump. Nobody is going after any of these other people. Waltz, Tampon Tim, whatever you call them. They're coming for Trump.
Been fired, and they had eyes on the location where the shots had been fired. And long story short, they were. I have confirmed with both the president and with Mr. Witkoff that the gun has been found. They identified it as an AK-47.
Yeah.
And thanks to Secret Service drone video coverage, they were able to identify one individual involved in this shooting getting into a car after dropping the AK-47.
Wow.
And my understanding, according to both of them, is that that car has been identified, and I believe it's been surrounded. Whether or not that person has been apprehended or not, I don't know. This happened in a matter of seconds. A little more color, a little bit more details on this is that when they got on top of the president, immediately what is called a fast cart that I believe has steel reinforcement and protection was able to whisk the president away. And then the Secret Service immediately sprung into action. They had eyes on where the shooting had occurred. I saw the New York Post report that these were two people shooting at each other outside the course. I do know, and they did confirm that the shots were outside of the course, but certainly seemingly within range of the former president. So we don't have any details on any of that. They don't know that part. I only know the part of what they experienced while they were playing golf at Trump International in West Palm. Thankfully, the president is safe. Steve Witkoff is safe. The Secret Service apparently acted with incredible speed and professionalism, and but certainly alarming in every way imaginable in light of what happened in Butler, as you mentioned.
Yeah, of course, this is very alarming. And Sean, have you spoken to the former president or texted with him?
I have spoken with the president 3 times since this incident, and each time I got a new piece of information. One, that they had found, first of all, what happened with the shooting. The second thing, that they had found an AK-47. Third, that their drone footage was able to give them enough surveillance to identify the exact car that the individual involved in this shooting got into. And further detail that they gave me was that they were updated and told that that car had been found, identified, was surrounded by law enforcement. I don't know what happened from there. It could not have been too far away. I would say the time frame was less than a half hour between the time that the shooting actually took place and they identified the car. So
I'm trying to find out, like, how is he doing? That's what we want to know.
They're gonna need he needs like a bodysuit, like some bulletproof shit. Elon Musk needs to make like a full Iron Man suit for Trump.
How is he doing, if you spoke to him?
Well, you really want to know the truth, Arthel? He goes, well, there's more details, because I did hear, and Steve Witkoff was very clear. The first thing the president did when he got back to the clubhouse was make sure that everybody else was okay. He didn't see his golf partner with him. Where's Steve? Where's Steve? Where's Steve?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And then
Welcome.
says, I'm right here. He got in maybe a few minutes behind the president. The Secret Service was able to get everybody to safety. Everybody else.
No way. Smooth Alex, for real? Reports of him yelling, "I hate Donald Trump" before he shot. Where did you hear that from? I'm going to start checking, too, for the updates.
Was taken off the golf course. Then when the president found out everybody was safe and nobody had been harmed, I guess in typical fight fashion, Trump said to Steve, and then he related to me, I really wanted to finish the hole. I was even, and I had a birdie putt, and it was on the fifth hole, which shows a lot of, I think, guts and gumption, and very Trumpian, I guess, in every way. But, the good news we can report is that in spite of this being in such close proximity to the president and others and the Secret Service, that they were not harmed and that they are in safety. And I know the investigation will go forward.
Okay. That's cool that they have drones like that. This is live footage, I guess, outside of the area in the vicinity. That's dope that they have drones flying around and stuff, surveillance. This is wild. I almost think maybe I should have gone live on my main channel with this, but I guess it is what it is. Or maybe later I'll come back. Maybe I'll jump on there. Depends, Oh, man. Crazy. I got to call my mother after this, too, and let her know. I mean, let's see what they're saying over here. Listen to this.
Listen, it didn't happen. Okay, why has it happened twice in 2 months to President Trump? That's the question I want to ask the panel here as we await this press conference. Malcolm.
Well, understand the raising of the stakes, because it goes well beyond just the deep state necessarily getting exposed, if that's the way that you want to subscribe to or what you want to call them. It actually goes even further, because now you have to think about what we have going on as far as NATO goes, where NATO is actually authorizing Ukraine to strike deep within Russian territory. And that attack and authorization could come within this next upcoming week. So I want to allow people to understand, when you think about how Russia has been operating, and they've been very restrained, not that I'm a Russian shill or anything, But, compared to what's been going on, they've been very restrained. I have to believe they are waiting on the election results to see, is it going to be more of the same, or are we going to have somebody that's going to be amicable to coming in and, cooling tensions and stopping the war? So if they are to take Trump out in some situation like this and the authorization happens, you're going to be looking at a situation where now Russia's going to have no incentive to slow down.
Okay. All right. Let's talk a little bit about this ABC whistleblower, right? There's been a lot of talks about this, that supposedly Kamala Harris was given like sample questions that were the actual questions to the debate. Let's just sidestep for a second. We have to wait till we got 30 minutes till the press conference. First of all, let me just dispel this. Marjorie Taylor Greene, she posted that the ABC whistleblower who claimed Kamala Harris was given debate questions ahead of the debate has died in a car crash. What? But apparently it's not true. So you scroll down further. The story appears to be false, and I'm glad to hear it. So the whole thing that the whistleblower was killed in a car crash, that's not true. Just in case you heard that and you never came back to see, because I heard that this morning. This was posted at 8:08, and then 3 hours ago she corrected it. So in case you didn't know, that's not true, that she died in a car crash. And I'm about to say, bro, that's sus as hell if this person died in a car crash. But the documents were released. Okay, this is claims. There's an affidavit, and this person here, let's go through it. It's my first time reading it. The September 9th, 2024, being duly sworn, do hereby make the following statement under the penalty of perjury. My name is blank. I reside in Manhattan, New York. I have worked with ABC News for over 10 years in various technical and administrative positions. Since the acquisition of ABC News in 1996, I have observed significant transformations in the nature of news reporting at the organization. These changes suggest a shift from unbiased reporting to a model influenced by external factors. For the record, I do not endorse Donald Trump in his capacity as candidate for the president of the United States. The intent of this affidavit is to address concerns regarding perceived biases within news reporting within my employer's debate that will be hosted September 10th, 2024. Let's get the next page. Okay. Furthermore, the Harris campaign imposed restrictions on the scope of questioning, including no questions regarding the perceived health of President Joe Biden, no inquiries related to her tenure as Attorney General in San Francisco, no questions concerning her brother-in-law, Tony West, who faces allegations of embezzling billions of dollars of taxpayer funds. I didn't know that. And who may be involved in her administration if elected. Number 5, internal organizational climate. I have observed a pronounced bias against Donald Trump within ABC News. Employees expressing favorable views towards him experience significant concerns about potential retribution. Number 6, purpose and documentation of affidavit. This affidavit is executed to document and provide transparency regarding the issues of fairness and impartiality in the debate process and broader concerns about journalistic integrity at ABC News. 3, affirmation of documentation. This affidavit has been signed and notarized on September 9, 2024 to ensure that the allegations set forth are formally documented prior to the debate. Oh shit. Between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. In addition to notarizing this affidavit, I have sent a certified letter to myself postmarked September 9, 2024, which will remain unopened for any future investigations. I have also dispatched a Federal Express package containing this affidavit sent on September 9, 2024 and delivered to my residence on September 10th, which will remain unopened for potential investigative purposes. Furthermore, I have sent a certified letter to Speaker Mike Johnson dated on September 9, 2024 to establish a record of the correspondence was sent before the debate commenced. Additionally, for further investigation, I have secretly recorded several conversations that will prove that the Harris campaign insisted upon not only the fact-checking of Donald Trump, but also insisted on what questions were not to be asked under circumstances or under any circumstances, or else the Harris campaign will decline to participate in the debate. Damn! Let's see, the last page. Okay. This affidavit has been signed on September 9th. Okay. To ensure the allegations set forth formally documented prior to the debate between Trump and Kamala. Okay, actually, we just read that. Okay. I make these statements under the penalty of perjury without coercion of any kind. Verification of affidavit. Okay. Oh, I mean, they didn't say too much, but said something. Interesting. I don't know what's going to come of that, but I guess. Oh, we got a close up here.
Some remarks we also might not.
We'll see what comes of that.
See him step
The whistleblower.
on the plane, but it'll be interesting to hear if he does step up to the mics. He does like to do that time and time again while campaigning. And like I mentioned to Scott, some 51 days until this November election. We are right in the heat of a presidential campaign, a presidential cycle. As they crisscross the country to several battleground states, but different cameras on hand, security very hell no! Just a VP candidate.
Wait, have you guys heard of this? Donald Trump Jr. is caught kissing glamorous Palm Beach socialite Berina Anderson during brunch date without fiance Kimberly Guilfoyle. Oh hell no! Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh hell no! Oh no! Say it ain't so. Hold up. Is this true? And they caught him. Donald Trump Jr. caught locking lips with a Republican Palm Beach socialite, and it isn't his fiance. The former president's son was spotted canoodling with glamorous it girl Berina Anderson, 37, during an intimate brunch date last month. So they got exclusive pictures with a rendezvous with the model, influencer, and philanthropist at the Honor Bar, located inside Palm Beach's swanky Royal Poncia Plaza on August 17. And witnesses to the close encounter say it was clear this was definitely no business meeting, with one revealing the blonde beauty was seen reaching over to plant a sexy kiss on Don Jr.'s lips 3 times. Oh no. She seemed totally smitten with Don, and he with her. They looked totally relaxed. She was wearing a white shirt tied off to show her midriff and wide leg pants. He in shorts and a t-shirt. Oh hell no, say it ain't so. Oh, hold on. Let me see what you guys are saying. No, I didn't know that, Debbie. Guilfoyle is the ex of Newscomb? What? At least he's not smoking crack and Parmesan cheese. Ugh. Can I see a photo spit swapper of the spit swapper and the girl he's engaged? So the girl he's engaged to, let's see, hold on. Donald Trump Jr. Or Don Jr. Kimberly Guilfoyle. I don't know how you say it. All right, here she is. So I guess he has, I guess maybe that's his side piece now. Dang. Mamma mia. The perks of being at the top. All right, let's keep reading. Or let's see all the pictures. Oh, there it is. If I would have just went over one, but yeah. That's the... And then this is the former president's son was seen locking lips with this model. Okay, so this is the side piece or the new chick. And then this is his fiance. Oh, man. Out in the open, too. Their Honor Bar. I guess the fancy rich people go there. Maybe. Don Jr. was last seen with Kimberly at the MAGA Boat Parade in Palm Beach County on August 18, the day after his intimate meal. I wonder if his fiance knows. Yeah, they had a lot of fun out there. Is that her? Oh. That's the fiance? Somebody tell me. All right, let's see what else. So I guess he's caught. I wonder if he's going to have problems now at home. At one point, she also reached down below the table. What? And put her hand on his thigh and rubbed it. Another source who witnessed the outing told Daily Mail they were definitely on a date. They weren't exactly making out, but the kisses were romantic, and you could tell they were intimate with each other. A third person told Daily Mail, I guess they're not trying to hide it. They've been seen together all over Palm Beach. Maybe things aren't working out with his fiance. Don Jr. was last seen with his 55-year-old fiance at the MAGA Boat Parade, Palm Beach County on August 18, the day after his intimate meal. Oh, hell nah. He has since been on the campaign trail helping his father's bid to regain the White House. Okay. And certainly it was clear that this was not the first time the couple had been to the bar. After Donald Jr., 46, indicated what he wanted to eat, his stunning companion was heard saying, "Oh, you're getting that? You don't usually get that." Oh. They also clearly knew the waiter, telling him at one point that they were planning a trip to Isla Morada, a resort destination in the Florida Keys. The Honor Bar, which is located less than 4 miles from Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate, was a natural choice for a cozy adult time together. Its richly paneled walls and cozy atmosphere, including sumptuously padded booths, make it the perfect setting for an enjoyable TT. The fuck is that? Away from the outdoor dining options. They go through the whole menu and everything. Okay. It's like a promo for the restaurant too at the same time, or the bar. All right. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with Junior. Uh-oh. I don't know, man. He's gonna catch heat. Let's see what else is going on.
I think a fantastic job at covering and of course, all the information that we don't have leads us to wonder what is taking place. And I believe, especially as a result of what happened two months ago, that Secret Service cannot second guess. And if this is an incident that was isolated, and having nothing to do with the threat towards the former president, they acted in a way as if it was an overt threat. And kudos to them and to all of law enforcement that reacted in the way that they felt fit to secure the safety of the former president.
Yeah, as we learned over the last couple of months, the Secret Service has a zero-fail mission to protect the former president. All right, Scott, thank you so much for joining us. We're learning very limited information, but we can piece together maybe what we don't know to also help tell the story. Thank you again. Your insight is invaluable here on Live Now.
Thank you, Andy.
All right, thank you so much. All right, we're still getting these breaking news story of the former president. As he is safe after there were gunshots reported in his vicinity this afternoon in West Palm Beach, Florida, at Mar-a-Lago. I do want to put up this as we're going to go to break here really quickly. This coming in from the Associated Press, that the golf course was partially shut down for Trump as he played. The agents were a few holes ahead of him. When they noticed the person with the firearm, the officials said the person appeared to push the muzzle of the rifle through the fence line. Wow. And that's when the agents fired. So you can imagine the kind of nature of what happens on the golf course when Trump is there. You see so many different golf carts in place, but we're learning very limited information at this point about what's going on. Let's slide away for a quick 2-minute break. We'll have an update coming up in the next 15 minutes from law enforcement on the ground in Florida.
This is what's going to be the plan, all right? This is what's going to be the plan. The press conference is starting in 15 minutes. 15 minutes. And what we're going to do is we'll cover the press conference on the main channel, just the press conference portion. And if they want to complain and get angry, they complain and get angry. No! What a crazy time, man. So, I mean, I'm glad that, you know, Secret Service seemed at least this time to be really aware and attentive and paying attention to what's going on, because this guy, they're saying he put the barrel of the gun through, I guess, the fence or something. Crazy. Insane in the membrane. Insane. It's crazy everywhere. It's crazy everywhere, man. I set up the live. We'll do a redirect, and I can look for other updates as well. Oh, is this the gun right here? Or is just some, let me see. A suspect reportedly apprehended. An AK-47 discovered in the bushes per law enforcement. I don't know if this, somebody posted a video, but I don't know if this is the actual video. They just, you know, they just posted it. I don't know if that's the actual gun, but boom, 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 boom. What a crazy time to be alive. Let me see what else they're saying online. I don't know, man. Trump, oof. It's not safe for him to walk out the house. Let's see what Colin has to say. Yeah. 2 people exchanged fires down at Trump left his golf club. The shooters were reportedly targeting each other, and the gunfire was not targeting Trump. Trump was put into a hard room for protection after shots rang out. 2 people exchanged gunfire outside of Trump International Golf Course. The shooters were targeting each other, and the gunfire was not targeting Trump, sources said. So they're saying it was, and then it wasn't. CNN is saying the opposite, that Trump was claiming Trump was the intended target. So I don't know what's what, man. I see both reports. I see both.
Shooting incident happened. Anything that you can confirm for us if that's related?
I don't know any more about the scene. I'm probably scanning over you and the media have determined. You know, I hear the same chatter. I think that will become more apparent in the next hour or so. It is my understanding from listening to the investigators, there was a very serious incident down there.
It was horrible.
I'm sure there'll be some of these here in the near future.
All right, you're just listening in there as the audio going a little bit in and out, but they are reporting there talking about pursuing the suspect on I-95, saying that the suspect is in custody, and they are reporting, the local law enforcement there, that it is the same individual that was at the golf course So potentially some good news as a suspect in custody at this point after gunshots were in the vicinity of the former President Donald Trump there. We're also awaiting a press conference, hopefully from Palm Beach County, the location of what transpired this incident earlier on today. The campaign for Trump not providing a ton of information, and news comes roughly 2 months after the Republican presidential nominee was shot during an assassination attempt at a rally in Pennsylvania. But the suspect, a suspect, in custody after multiple gunshots near Trump. All right, let's continue on. We're hearing from Scott Duffy, retired FBI special agent. Let's bring in right now Ken Gray to discuss a little bit more of what we know. And we are learning some information right there from local law enforcement on the ground as well. They're getting a mic check and a white balance at the...
Okay, Wilson sent me a tweet. The new photos shows the suspect's car being stopped by law enforcement with a person in custody. So this is the person's vehicle. I guess they chased him down I-95. The suspect was arrested on I-95 in Martin County. That's the person's car.
He stopped the car, and the suspect that was driving that vehicle is in custody, and that the FBI and Secret Service and other law enforcement are there on the scene where this car was stopped at. And consequently, this sounds like we are getting more details, concrete details than what was previously reported, and that this is a rapidly evolving situation, but at the same time, it's rapidly becoming more concrete.
Yeah, not a lot of information at the beginning of this, but we're learning more, and hopefully they'll step up in a matter of moments to this. This from Palm Beach County, the sheriffs, I believe that was Martin County, just up the road from Palm Beach County, as they had this suspect in custody. Talk a little bit about the response from law enforcement, as apparently there was a pursuit of some kind to apprehend the suspect, to bring the suspect into custody. How does that work? What goes out, and how much do the communication lines open when an incident like this happens?
Yeah, a lot of cooperation by different law enforcement agencies here. So we have the incident occurring there at Mar-a-Lago. The vehicle that the person that was engaged in this shooting attempt, his vehicle was described, at least a car that was allegedly associated with this incident was seen leaving that facility. They got a tag number. They put out the description on a bolo, be on the lookout. That went out to all law enforcement, and this county was able to identify that car and stop that car. And therefore, by informing all law enforcement in the area and having all law enforcement searching for that vehicle, they quickly identified and stopped this vehicle with a potential suspect for this case. But I say potential. This car may not have actually been the one at this point that was involved with the shooting. It was a car that was seen leaving the area at the time. At least that's my understanding. So we will see the result of the interview of this person by law enforcement, whether they are a suspect in the case or if they were misidentified. We don't know at this point. It's very hard to say because of the fog of war, exactly what the truth is. But you do have a car stop with a person in it that might be the party responsible for this attempted shooting. And so we will see what comes out of this press conference that they are preparing for right now to get more details.
No, that is a very good point. And of course, we don't know exactly. A lot is just still very preliminary. That's what he alluded to at the beginning of that interview, to make it known that these are not concrete details, not concrete evidence at this point. But of course, you see the kind of bolo, like you mentioned, go out looking for this particular make and model of car, the color of the car, the license plate. In terms of local law enforcement in the area, is it a matter of drop everything and look for this car? Is it a matter of keep your eye out for it? How do they go about that?
So, when something like this is put out, they put it out, but they also put it into their equipment. A lot of police cars are equipped with tag readers, and those tag readers, since they had a plate, would be alerted as soon as that tag was seen. So this has the amplification of technology assisting law enforcement in these cases. But also all law enforcement that is out on the roads would be actively looking for this car while they are doing their regular jobs. But a bolo like this here, incident like this, it causes law enforcement to pay special attention looking for that car and take extra effort towards finding that car. And they found.
We're going to move over to the main page for now to cover this press conference. So I'm going to transfer you guys there, but if the transfer doesn't work, here's the link in the chat, just in case it doesn't work. All right, we're going to cover the